Nigerian Army drone strike accident kills at least 85 civilians.
Here's a summary of the article.
A Nigerian Army drone strike accidentally killed at least 85 civilians in a village in northwest Kaduna State, emergency officials said, in one of the country's deadliest military bombing accidents. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday ordered an investigation after the army acknowledged one of its drones accidentally struck Tudunbiri village on Sunday as residents were celebrating a Muslim festival. The army did not give any casualty figures, but local residents had said 85 people, many of them women and children, had been killed. The Northwest Zonal Office has received details from the local authorities that 85 dead bodies have so far been buried while search is still ongoing, the National Emergency Management Agency said in a statement. NEMA said a further 66 people were being treated at hospital, and emergency officials were negotiating with community leaders to calm tensions in order to reach the village. President Tinubu describes the incident as very unfortunate, disturbing, and painful, expressing indignation and grief over the tragic loss of Nigerian lives, the presidency said in a statement. Nigeria's armed forces often rely on airstrikes in their battle against so-called bandit militias in the northwest and northeast of the country, where jihadists have been fighting for more than a decade.
This post received a score of 3,100, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I imagine they were observing people and then accidentally pressed drop bomb button.
Greater than Idris Dahiru, a villager, said, I was inside the house when the first bomb was dropped. We rushed to the scene to help those affected and then a second bomb was dropped. Twice.
Finger slipped. Again.
Greater than Army drone strike accidentally killed 85. How can that possibly be an accident? Maybe killing 1 or 2. But killing 85 is not an accident. It may not have been intentional, but it is definitely not an accident.
Don't mean to bring up something sort of unrelated to such a serious topic, but what's the difference between unintentional and accidental? Aren't they flat synonyms?
A lot of insurgent meetings use soccer games and weddings as cover for getting a large group of people together. So you drone a wedding and it turns out your local informant owed money to the groom or something and it actually wasn't a terrorist cell. That's unintentional. Drone on its way to a soccer match that is a terrorist cell has engine failure and crashes into a wedding, that's accidental.
Accident might be better described as a strike that ignited some kind of weapon cache previously unknown, and 85 civilian became accidental collateral damage.
It's just about the Nigerian government being terrible. It doesn't matter how good your weapons are if you use them like shit.
WTF are they doing drone strikes?
Nigeria's armed forces regularly carry out airstrikes on Boko Haram jihadists and militants fighting insurgencies in the north of the country. The Northwest has recently overtaken the Northeast as the bloodiest of several continuing conflicts in Africa's most populous country. While the jihadists in the Northeast are motivated by religion as well as resources, those in the Northwest have copied their tactics of mass kidnappings and raids without their ideology, taking over vast swathes of the region. This was a large gathering at night in an area known to harbor some particularly nasty militias. Seems like mistaken ID, they have a history of striking civilians on bad intel.
With all the religious tensions in Nigeria, there's a possibility it wasn't an accident.
Ooh, really?
That's a massacre.
I am sure there is tons of accidental drone strike deaths to civilians we don't know about. How do you accidentally kill that many people?
What percentage of drone strike deaths total globally are civilian casualties? At this stage, killing civilians is kinda what drones do, intentionally or not.
Most weapons of war are that way.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.